Good morning and welcome. Today we get to talk about love. Love, sweet love. Love is a many splendored thing. I want to know what love is. I need your love. Or even love stinks. We seem rather obsessed with love, and why not? Nothing feels better than being loved or truly loving another. It makes the world go round. So much so that it would have been easy to patch together in quilt-like fashion a talk about love, made entirely of song lyrics, quotes, and Bible verses, and that would only use a tiny fraction of all that's available on the subject. As fun as that may have been, our exploration today is about the essence of love itself, how it shows up in our lives, how we experience it, and how every expression of love, no matter how it appears, is ultimately an expression of divine love seeking to know itself through us. Because here's what unity teaches. God is love. Not God has love, not God gives love in between judgment and wrath. God is love. And if God is love and we are expressions of God, then we are love too. Every experience of love in our lives, from the simplest to the most profound, is divine love expressing itself, teaching us, transforming us, and bringing us home to our true nature. Growing up different in a small town in Idaho in the 70s and 80s wasn't easy or esteem building. By the time I was a teenager, like many, self-love was not on my radar, but self-loathing was in abundance. During those years, I believed love was something of a commodity. If I loved someone else enough and the exact right way they wanted to be loved, they would love me back. It was transactional, strategic, and desperate. It was a man named Dennis who worked with the youth group at the time that told me you can't really love someone else until you love yourself. His point essentially being you can't give what you don't have. That really ticked me off when he said it, not because my flawed strategy had been working. Obviously, it wasn't, but because self-love seems so out of reach, so impossible. What I didn't understand then is I wasn't being asked to earn self-love or achieve self-love or even create self-love. I just needed to recognize it, to stop blocking it, to let myself receive what was already there, what had always been there. Because that's love's first lesson. Before we can give it, extend it, or share it, we have to be able to receive it. And receiving love, truly receiving it, starts with recognizing that we are worthy of it simply because we exist. In 1 John 4:8, we read, "Whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love." Again, not God is loving, not God shows love. God is love. Love is the fundamental nature of divine reality. This changes everything. If God is love, then love isn't something we have to beg for or earn or achieve. Love is what we're made of. Love is our essence, our nature, our birthright. We are quite literally expressions of divine love having a human experience. Myrtle Fillmore understood this profoundly. When she was dying of tuberculosis, she discovered that she could speak truth to every cell of her body. She recognized that divine love wasn't something outside of her that she needed to petition. It was what she was made of. And when she aligned with that truth, her body healed. Myrtle also wrote, "We may open our hearts to this divine love that waits to bless us, and through living in it and giving it expression, we may move forward into increased health, happiness, and success." Notice what she said. Divine love waits to bless us. It's already there. We just have to open our hearts to receive it. And then, through living in it and giving it expression, we move forward. That's the pattern. Receive, live in, express. So how does this divine love express itself in our human lives? Through every form of love we experience. Each type of love is a different face of the same divine presence, teaching us something essential about the nature of God and the nature of who we really are. Let's start with self-love because this is often the hardest and is also the most essential. Self-love is not narcissism. It's not thinking you're better than everyone else. It's not ignoring your flaws or refusing to grow. Self-love is recognizing your divine nature while being honest about your human experience. It's holding both truths at once. I am a spiritual being made in God's image, and I'm still learning, growing, and making mistakes in this human expression. When we practice self-love, we're not creating something new. We're removing the blocks to recognizing what's already true. We're learning to see ourselves the way God sees us, as beloved, worthy, precious, and divine. And here's something interesting that I've experienced. When I struggled with self-love, it was so much harder to receive love from others. It was harder to feel God's love. It was harder, impossible really, to extend genuine love to others. Because at the time it was transactional. If I love them and they love me, it proves I'm lovable. So it never was genuinely just about giving love. So self-love opens the channel. It allows divine love to flow through us, to us, from us, as us. It's all one love. In 1 John 4:19, we read, "We love because God first loved us." God's love comes first. It's already there. Self-love is simply accepting that love, receiving it, letting it in. And once we do, it changes how we experience every other form of love. When a parent looks at their newborn child, there's a kind of love that asks for nothing in return. The baby hasn't done anything to earn this love, hasn't achieved anything, hasn't proven worthiness. The parent loves simply because the child exists. This is divine love expressing itself through human relationships. It's a glimpse of how God loves us, not because we're perfect, not because we've earned it, but simply because we are, exactly as we are. If you receive this kind of unconditional love as a child, it can make it easier to love yourself, to trust that you're worthy of love. If you didn't receive it, you have the opportunity now to give it to yourself, to recognize that you are worthy of that love simply because you exist. And if you're a parent, every moment of loving your child is practice. Practice for loving yourself. Practice for recognizing divine love. Practice for extending that unconditional acceptance to everyone you meet. Romantic love, at its best, is a powerful spiritual practice. When we fall in love, we see our beloved with new eyes. We see them as precious, worthy, beautiful, handsome. We see past their flaws to something essential and divine within them. This is how God sees them. This is how God sees all of us. Romantic love teaches us about intimacy, vulnerability, and the courage it takes to let ourselves be truly seen. It teaches us about seeing the divine in another person, allowing them to see the divine in us. When romantic love is grounded in self-love and divine love, it becomes a joyful sharing of two whole people choosing to walk together. It's not about completing each other or filling voids. It's about two expressions of divine love recognizing each other and choosing to express love together. When romantic love struggles, it's often because one or both people are looking for the relationship to provide something that only divine love can provide, a sense of worthiness, wholeness, or enoughness. But when romantic love flows from abundance, from two people who know they're already loved by God, already whole, already enough, it becomes a beautiful expression of divine creativity, passion, and partnership. Friendship is love without the intensity of romance or the biological bond of family. It's chosen love. We pick our friends and they pick us. True friendship teaches us about loyalty, acceptance, and seeing each other through difficult times. Friends don't love you because you're perfect. They love you because they see who you really are. Divine nature and human struggles all mixed together, and they honor both. Friendship is where we often learn to love without conditions, to accept without trying to change, or be present without trying to fix. These are all qualities of divine love. And friendship teaches us something else. We can love someone deeply without needing to possess them, without needing them to complete us, without needing anything from them except the joy of their presence in our lives. That's divine love expressing as human relationship. Compassion is love extended beyond our immediate circle. It's the recognition that someone else's pain matters. Their suffering touches us, that we're all connected in this human experience. Compassion says, I see you. Your pain is real. You matter. You're worthy of care. This is divine love expressing as empathy. Jesus taught and demonstrated compassion constantly. He touched the untouchable. He welcomed the outcast. He saw the divine in everyone, regardless of their circumstances, their choice, or their status. Compassion doesn't mean enabling harmful behavior or bypassing necessary boundaries. It means recognizing the humanity and divinity in every person. And here's something I've noticed in my own life. Compassion for others and compassion for myself seem to be connected. When I'm harsh with myself, I tend to be harsher with others. When I have compassion for my own struggles, it flows more naturally to others. And underneath all these forms of love, self-love, parental love, romantic love, friendship, compassion, is the one divine source, love. God is love, not has love, not gives love, is love. And that means love isn't something we have to go searching for outside of ourselves. It's not something we have to earn or achieve or become worthy of. It's what we already are. Every experience of love in our lives is divine love making itself known. Every moment we love or are loved, we're experiencing God. Every time we open our hearts to give or receive love, we're participating in the fundamental energy of the universe. Jesus said in Matthew 22, verse 37 through 40, love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment, and the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and the prophets hang on these two commandments. All the law and all the prophets, everything, it all comes down to love. Love God, love yourself, love your neighbor. It's all the same love, expressing in different directions. If love is our nature, if God is love and we are expressions of God, why do so many of us struggle to experience love? Because we've learned to block it. We've absorbed messages that told us we're not worthy. We've experienced pain that made us close our hearts. We've developed defenses that now keep love out instead of keeping us safe. Some of us learn that self-love is selfish, that putting yourself first is wrong. But that's a misunderstanding of what Jesus taught. He didn't say love your neighbor instead of yourself. He said love your neighbor as yourself. Self-love isn't selfish, it's the foundation. Some of us learn to compare ourselves to others and always come up short, but that's not reality. Everyone is on their own journey. Everyone has struggles you don't see. Some of us experience pain in relationships and decided it's safer not to love. But closing your heart to love doesn't protect you from pain. It just guarantees you'll miss the joy. The way to remove these blocks is through practice. We practice speaking kindly to ourselves, even when it feels awkward. We practice setting boundaries, even when people are disappointed. We practice forgiving ourselves over and over. We practice opening our hearts a little bit more each day. We practice receiving love because sometimes the hardest thing in the world is simply to let ourselves be loved. So what does it look like to live in love, to practice love, to let divine love express through every aspect of our lives? It looks like speaking kindly to yourself, noticing when your inner voice is harsh, and choosing to speak the way you'd speak to someone you love. It looks like setting boundaries, saying no when you need to, taking care of your own needs, recognizing that love doesn't mean martyring yourself. It looks like forgiving yourself and others, not once, but over and over. It looks like celebrating, acknowledging your gifts, your growth, your efforts, not waiting for others to validate you. It looks like being honest, not pretending if everything's fine if it's not, but also not drowning in negativity, holding space for both struggle and divinity. It looks like extending compassion to yourself when you mess up and to others when they're struggling. It looks like opening your heart even when it's scary, letting yourself love, letting yourself be loved, trusting that divine love is strong enough to hold you. This is the practice. This is how we live in love and give it expression. As Myrtle said, not perfectly, but persistently. Not all at once, but gradually. Not because we have to earn it, because love is what we are. So with that in mind, let's get ready for our meditation and take some time now to experience divine love directly. Not to think about it or understand it intellectually, but to feel it, receive it, let it touch us. So go ahead and find a comfortable position and allow your eyes to close if you're comfortable with that, or your gaze to soften if you prefer. Take a deep breath in, and as you release it, let your body settle into this moment. Imagine yourself sitting in a comfortable chair in a cozy room. The light is soft and warm. You feel safe here, protected, at peace. And now you become aware of a presence in the room. You can't see it with your physical eyes, but you can feel it. It's love itself, divine love, the love that created you and sustains you, the love that will never leave you. This love isn't judging you. It's not evaluating whether you're good enough or worthy enough. It simply loves you completely, unconditionally, the way you are right now. Feel this love surrounding you like a warm embrace. It knows everything about you, every mistake you've made, every flaw you think you have, and every way you believe you're unlovable. And it loves you anyway. Not despite these things, but with full knowledge of them. This love whispers to you, you are mine, you are precious, you are worthy, not because of what you do or don't do, not because of who you become, but simply because you exist. You are divine love expressing in human form. Now imagine a younger version of you entering the room. Maybe the teenager you were, struggling with self-love. Maybe the child you were, absorbing messages about your worthiness. Maybe a version of you from last week, last year, whenever you felt most unlovable. This younger you looks uncertain, maybe even afraid. They're carrying all the reasons they believe they're not enough, not worthy, not lovable. And as you are now, wrapped in divine love, stand up and walk towards this younger you. You look into their eyes with complete love, and you realize the love you're feeling from the divine presence, you can give to yourself. You can be the channel for divine love to reach this part of you that's been waiting, hoping, longing to be loved. You open your arms and embrace this younger you. You feel them stiffen at first, uncertain, but you don't let go. You hold them with complete acceptance and whisper, you are loved. You are worthy. You are enough. I see you, all of you, and I love you. The divine loves you. You are love itself, learning to recognize your own nature. Feel how those words land. Feel any resistance or doubt, any old programming, and feel underneath that the deep recognition, the part of you that knows this is true, that has always known. Now imagine that divine presence surrounding both of you, your current self and your younger self, in an embrace of infinite love. You realize it's all the same love. Divine love flowing through you, to you, from you, as you. It's all one love. Take a moment to let that love saturate every cell of your body, every memory, every wound, every fear. Let that love saturate every place you've held back from loving yourself. Let divine love do its work. In a moment, we'll enter 1 minute of silence. During this silence, simply rest in this love. Don't try to think about it or understand it. Just feel it, receive it, let it be. As we return from silence, take a deep breath. Know that this love is always available. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to become perfect to deserve it. You simply have to open your heart and receive it. When you're ready, gently open your eyes, carrying this love with you. Every form of love we experience is divine love expressing itself, teaching us, transforming us, bringing us home to our true nature. I want to leave you with a quote, or maybe two. The first is, we are people who need to love because love is the soul's life. Love is simply creation's greatest joy, from the Sufi poet Hafiz. You can quote him and not Rumi, but I don't know why you would, so I will leave you with the second one, which is, without love, all worship is a burden, all dancing is a chore, all music is mere noise. From Rumi. That brings us back to where we began. Love truly does make the world go round, and so it is. Thank you.